Hi dear students, this is Miss Marvis. I promised you that I was going to record a video for the writing STAAR test. Today we're going to start with combining sentences. The question is, what is the most effective way to combine sentences 24 and 25? Okay, well you need to go back to 24 and 25. That's the first thing that you have to do, and please underline those sentences. He made his way steadily down. A grin began to spread over his face. As we can see, we don't have any commas there. We don't have conjunctions. So let's see what we need to do. Now, after reading the question and underlining the sentences we're working on, we need to look at the questions, at the answers. Since he made his way steadily down with a grin, it began to spread over his face. What do you think about that answer? Let's see. Let's continue with the G. He made his way steadily down because a grin began to spread over his face. And the word because doesn't make sense in this sentence. So definitely I'm going to put this one as a no. So I want to put an X. H, as he made his way steadily down, a grin began to spread over his face. That one sounds good. As he made his way, very good. That's why a grin began to spread over his face. Excellent. Okay, so we are going to cross out this one. And this one is going to be maybe. So we put an M here. And we continue with a J. He made his way steadily down. A grin began to spread over his face. This is a run-on sentence. It doesn't have commas. So the best answer is H. Okay? Always read them loudly so you can understand. Okay, so now let's see the next one. Here in the booklet, you have to write why the answer is correct. And some of you already did it, but if you haven't done it, please do it. And the pronouns. We have many pronouns here. Okay? So we have subject pronouns, possessive pronouns, and object pronouns. You already know all these pronouns, so we're going to skip this one. And here you need to write the pronoun. So which one is the pronoun that you see here? Your. Here, the same, your, and this one is yours. This pronoun is at the end, okay? Yours. And this one is her. Very good. And it's at the end too. Okay, awesome. So now let's answer a question that is related to pronouns. Let's see. Read the sentence and answer the question. He has, okay, you already read all this. So what we're going to do is that we're going to continue with the question. The meaning of sentence 23 is unclear. You already know that this prefix means no, okay? So it's not clear. Kenny can clarify the meaning of this sentence by changing they to, and you take a look at the answers. The stuff he worked on, this and that, items and things, his pencils and pencil tips. Okay, so it's 23. So let's go back to 23. Okay, so we see here Okay, Katie used to get frustrated when they would break. Okay, as you can see, this sentence is not complete. Break what? Since I don't understand it, I need to go back to the beginning of the paragraph. Please do that all the time and find the characters, the problem, the solution, and what are we talking about? He has even carved a miniature Elvis Presley into the tip of a pencil. Okay, so we're talking about what? Tip of a pencil. Most sculptures take several months for Getty to create. However, look at the comma, beautiful. Some projects take longer. Getty once carved a pencil into a series of 23 interlocking chain links. That project took 2.5 years. Getty doesn't sell his work. He just enjoys making things for himself and his friends. Occasionally, though, some of his miniature art is displayed in museums. This pleases Getty because he wants people to notice small things. Awesome. So we're talking about small things. We're talking about tip of a pencil. So tell me, since you know that we're talking about a tip of a pencil. Hold on, let me highlight these words. What are we talking about? Let's see if they have the answer here. The meaning of sentence 23 isn't clear. Kenny can clarify the meaning of this sentence by changing they to when they will break, or when the stuff he worked on break. It doesn't make sense. This and that doesn't make sense. Items and things doesn't make sense. His pencils and pencil tips break. Very good. He gets frustrated when they break. Excellent. Okay. So the answer here is J. So here is the answer. And you're going to write your explanation here. Okay, now let's continue with verbs. As you know, verbs are actions or links. And they link the subject to another word in the sentence. The verb is the main word in the predicate. Example, the wind blows. So here we have many verbs. This one is a verb. Will is a verb. Write is another verb. Writing, yeah. Verb. Being, participle. Has is another verb. So we have many verbs there. Don't choose her because, as I just told you, that's a pronoun. Okay, light is another verb. Excellent. So now, present perfect and past perfect. Okay, we already discussed this in the classroom. These two tenses are both used to talk about things that happened in the past. Okay, and however, we use past perfect to talk about something that happened before another action in the past, which is usually expressed by the past simple. For example, I had already eaten my dinner when he called. Every time you use had and participle, you are going to use a past verb here. Just remember that. That's very important. Okay, these are the formulas. We already practiced this, so I want to skip it. And let's go to the next problem. But before doing that, I want you to remember that commas keep words and ideas from running together. They tell readers where to pause, which makes your writing easier to read. Okay, we have some examples here. The frog said, and then see the quotation marks, I am waiting for the tow truck. I like pepperoni, comma, pineapple, comma, and olives on my pizza. The can Cecil's money bank had a big 5-cent sign on it. See, we use commas for everything. Now let's go to the question. What change, if any, should be made in sentence 33? And we have the sentence 33 over here. Mom's birthday present didn't turn out as we had planned, but she knew that we loved her. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Let's see. We have A, B, C, and D. Insert a comma after plan. We plan, but okay, that sounds like good answer. So we're going to put mem, maybe. Delete, but. No, I don't think so. We need that conjunction there. Change she knew to they knew. No, we're talking about she. We're not talking about they. Oh, she knew to they knew. Okay, let me see. She knew. No, it's she. And no change should be made in sentence 33. This should be your last source. So the correct answer is A. Okay? All right. Let's continue. Run-on sentence. What is that? It happens when two sentences run together without punctuation or connecting words. Correct a run-on sentence by adding a conjunction between the two sentences. Example, form two sentences. The sky turned dark, lightning flashed in the distance. Corrected, the sky turned dark, period, lightning flashed in the distance. That's much better. We're supposed to have commas or periods. So add a comma and a conjunction. Example, my horse started to trot, I bounced up and down. And you had a corrected one over there. My horse started to trot and I bounced up and down. Okay, so here we have an example. Read and correct the following sentence. Add a comma and a conjunction. We tried to turn our horses around, but they wanted to go in a different direction. That sounds better. So I want to type that one. I want to delete these lines because I have to. So we try to turn our horses around, and then we put a comma, but they wanted to go in a different direction. Excellent. Okay. So I added the conjunction here and a comma. See what I did? Now, this sentence is perfect. It's beautiful. Okay, now, run-on sentence is a sentence in which two or more main clauses are joined incorrectly. Yeah, we need periods or commas. Okay, so now we need to answer this question. What is the correct way to write sentence 14? However, we put food in my cat's bowl. She eats whenever she's hungry. However, we put food in my cat's bowl and she eats, period, whenever she's hungry. This one doesn't make sense, so no. However, when we put food in my cat's bowl, she eats, we don't need a period here. This is wrong. We're talking about the cat's bowl. This is not complete, so X. However, we put food in my cat's bowl, period, and it's, look at this period and look at N. No way. That's too choppy. So, X. However, we put food in my cat's bowl, comma, and she eats whenever she's hungry. Perfect. That sounds much better. So this one is the right answer, right? Maybe. Okay, which is the right answer. Okay, so you already know the possessive and apostrophes. In apostrophe, so let's see. An apostrophe is used to form contractions to show possession, to form some plurals, or to show the letters that have been left out of a word. We have couldn't, didn't, doesn't, don't, hasn't, haven't, I'll, isn't, it's, I've, she's, they'll, there, we've, wouldn't, you'd. Okay, so please review those contractions. This is to form singular possessives. My sister's hobby is jazz dancing. The Mervis class is fun. Very good. The visitors' ideas were helpful. The girls' washroom should be expanded. Okay, so we already know all these possessives. So I want to jump to the next question. Other boys and girls are so eager for a challenge that they end up breaking rules by climbing unrestricted parts of the jungle gyms, such as the roof and slide covers. Okay, first of all, when you read a paragraph in the right, and you notice that there are many mistakes, that's normal, that's okay. This is not the STAAR reading test, okay? This is a writing test. So there we have many mistakes. So you just need to keep going, okay? So what change needs to be made in sentence 8? So let's go back to sentence 8. Other boys and girls are so eager for a challenge. Okay, it's the whole thing. Challenge that they end up breaking rules by climbing unrestricted parts of the jungle gym, such as the roof and the slide covers. So change boys to girls to boys and girls. Maybe, right? Because I don't see any noun here. Okay? And this one doesn't make sense. So I want to highlight it. This is going to be maybe. Change are so eager to is so eager. Where is are? Are so eager to is so eager. No, it's plural. This is right because we're talking about boys and girls. So it should be plural. It should be are, no is. Okay, so X. Change then, they end up to you and up. They end up to you. We need to change this to and up. That end up breaking rules. No, it's okay to say they because we're talking about they. So now, change by climbing on to they climb on. Change by climbing on. Where is it? Okay. To they climb on. No, we had they here, so why do we have to repeat they again? They end up breaking rules by they climbing on. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound right. Okay, perfect. We had the answer. Yoo-hoo! Okay, these are the plurals. We say balloon or balloons, shoe or shoes. And we have the rules there. Okay, if the nouns end with in S, H, C, H, X, S, S, and Z, you need to add ES. I hope you studied this already. Okay, and then we have the nouns ending in F or FE. Okay, knife, knives, save, saves, cough, coughs, loaf. Okay, all right. So let's skip this part and let's continue with the nouns. Okay. Personal nouns. Roberta Fisher is the name of a person. That's why it has capital letters. Remember that. Okay, we need to capitalize the names if they are personal nouns. Okay, Miller Park, capitalize M, capitalize P. It's a famous place. Labor Day is a holiday too. We capitalize all of them. Okay? Are you going to capitalize day? No. But if you read Labor Day, yes. Okay? All right. So Independence Day is the same here. The same thing here is I. Okay, great. Okay, so now let's continue. These are the common nouns that are not capitalized. Woman, park, movie, table. Days of the week are capitalized, please. Animals are not capitalized. Don't do it. Okay, so let's continue with the question. What change, if any, should be made in sentence 17? And look at the sentence 17. It's very short. Okay? The world's narrowest house is in Brazil. Just looking at it, I know the error. I know what I need to correct. Do you? Okay, change worlds to worlds. No, we're talking about this noun. Okay, let me see. Let me highlight it. The world's house. It's affecting the whole thing. So that's perfect. We don't need to do that. We don't need to change worlds to worlds. So we put X. Insert must before narrowest. Narrowest. Let me see. Must? No. Doesn't make sense. Change Brazil to Brazil. Yeah. Yes, we need to capitalize Brazil. Perfect. M. Make no change. No, we already have the answer. Good job. Okay. Let's continue with this question. Let me see. Okay. Okay, this one should be over here. What change, if any, needs to be made in sentence 21? Bright red berries began to grow on shrubs and tiny wildflowers started to dot the landscape. Okay, I see that this one should be changed. Okay, so let's see the answers. Change berries to berries, excellent. So this one is maybe. Delete N. No, we're not going to delete N. That's perfect there. So put X. Change wildflowers to wildflowers. No, because we don't have a noun here. No, so it's no. Okay, perfect. We had the answer. Ding. Next one. Transition words. You already know all these transition words. Just practice them, okay? Try how to spell them, how to pronounce them. Okay, yet in the same way, for example, therefore, however, in fact, after that, as a result, to conclude, instead, in other words, in the beginning, in addition, however, yeah, we use however. Okay, perfect. Now, Subway Cat and I never got very close to each other after that. Over time, we formed a sort of friendship. Which transition word or phrase could best be added? Remember, please try to, you need to underline what you're looking for. Which transition word or phrase could best be added to the beginning of sentence 23. To the beginning. Look at this word. We have to go to the beginning, okay? It's very important. Okay, so sat with cat and I never got very close to each other after that. So 23 is right here. So it should be right here. We want to add the transition word right here. Okay, so sat with cat and I never got very close to each other after that, yet over time we formed a sort of friendship. Okay, let's put M here. In the same way, over time we formed a sort of friendship. In the same way, they weren't that close to each other. So this one should be like something that is the opposite. So it may be however or yet. So this one is not the answer. For example, over time, this one doesn't make sense. Therefore, no, this one doesn't make sense because they weren't that close to each other before. So it should be something like, for example, Miss Mavis likes apples and bananas. However, she doesn't like sour apples. See, it's something that it has to be like that is the opposite of what you just said. Okay, so that's how we use yet and however. Okay, let's continue. Not only were cats comfortable, but they were also very quiet. In fact, the rubber soles made them so quiet that people could sneak up on one another. People were referring to the new shoes as sneakers and the name stuck. So which transition word or phrase could best be added to the beginning of sentence 14? So we go to sentence 14. We had to add something right here. We had to add actually a transition word, right? Beginning of sentence 14. See what I do? I underline it so I remember it. So a transition word, I need to go back to the beginning of the paragraph, or at least to the paragraph that is before 14. In fact, the rubber soles made them so quiet that people could sneak up on one another. For example, people were referring to the new shoes as sneakers and the name stuck. No, doesn't make sense there. However, people were referring to the new shoes as sneakers and the name stuck. No, I'm not talking about something that it's different than 13. In fact, the rubber soles made them so quiet that people could sneak up on one another. Soon, people were referring to the new shoes as sneakers and the name stuck. This one sounds excellent. In conclusion, people were no. We don't say in conclusion. So it was H. Okay, here you had to write the right answer and why you chose H. Okay, for example, you chose H because here you need to complete the sentence stem. Okay, now the next part is, that's it. Okay, boys and girls, we are done. This is the booklet that you got from me last week. I want you to finish this booklet at home and review it as many times as you can.